Hello traders, welcome to another trading interview, this time with one of our series FTMO Traders, Shivka from Brisbane in Australia. Welcome Shivka.
Thank you. Welcome, Peter. How are you, Mike?
Thank you, I'm really good. And thank you for having you. We are really appreciating that you have your free time and that you are spending your time with us. Guys, for those who are listening for the first time, we are a proprietary trading company that actively search for trading talents because we have developed a unique two-step evaluation process that consists of the FTMO challenge and verification phase. And once you pass this two-step evaluation process, you will be offered a unique placement in our proprietary trading company where you can remotely manage your own FTMO account. And that's why we have Shivka here, because Shivka is a really good trader. He currently has one mastery account with $200,000 and he currently had a profit from previous month with 27K. And that's again amazing result. So my first question is, Shivka, what are your plans with that profit?
You'll be surprised. I've already used it. I gave a present to my son.
Nice.
I gave him a new car.
Wow.
That's where I used it for.
What car?
Yeah.
And how old is he?
10.
Okay.
He's only 2. He's quite young to drive, but I had an old car. So I always wanted to have Benz for him. So I got him Benz because of the FTMO, I believe.
That's so nice. That's so nice. So you have a family?
I do actually. Yeah, I've got one kid.
And what they say about your trading? Do they support you?
Yeah, definitely. My partner's always been with me in every situation. Yeah. They always supported me. Yeah, but in the early days, they were a little bit like unsure what I've been doing because a lot of people, in general, people don't really believe on the internet stuff. The online things, and they might think like, oh, it could be a scam or something. But yeah, they had a belief in me, and I had a belief in trading. So it all ended up pretty good. Yeah, since I had my first payout from FTMO, everything's all sweet now. Yeah, it's all proved now that it's working.
Nice. And does somebody has desire to trade also like you from your family?
It's someone else. You mean if someone else is also?
If they are inspired by you, and they want to try to.
My partner, she asked me sometimes. She said, "Can you also teach me trading?" And I go like, "Okay."
Where to start?
Because now she see that okay now where to start. But I go like, it's hard to explain in a one go because it's a long process and
how long process was
you got to go all in, and it takes a lot of things. Yes. I've been really lucky throughout my journey. Actually, it didn't took me so long to become profitable. But I'm still on the way to learn more, but I only started last year. Yeah.
Okay. So just 1 year trader now?
Yes, I had my first account set up in January 2020. But at that time, I wasn't trading because I had no idea how to trade. So all I was doing is trying to use some brokers that allows you to copy trade on their platform. And that didn't work because I was just copying someone else's trades, and that's not how you do the trading. And then I end up losing my account. So then I started giving someone my money to manage, and that didn't work either. Yeah, because they make a really fancy profit, fancy
I
promises in the beginning, and then they lost my couple of accounts, and
I kind of
in the
understand
March,
why you lose the account now. Because if you are not the
yes,
manager of your account, then you have no control of it.
true, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So why did you stay in this business when you blown or when you lose your account?
Okay, okay. I'll tell you a bit of story. Okay, so
Nice.
when I had my first son, when I was born, uh, I started to feel like I need more time for him. I need more financial freedom. So I was kind of searching on the internet that what sort of jobs I can do from home, and there's a whole heaps of jobs comes up. Let's like you can teach English,
Hmm.
or you can be a vlogger, or there's whole heaps of online stuff. And
Hmm.
the trading got my attention. Only one thing I like straight away I got hooked on, and I started to uh, search, like dig into it.
Hmm.
But wasn't really lucky in the beginning. From January till March, I was because I wasn't the one who was doing the trading, so I was just either copying the other people or letting others to trade my account. So that's and then in the March 2020, I had a situation
Hmm.
when either I quit this concept, like let it go,
Hmm.
or if I really wanted to keep it up, I have to learn myself. I have to learn. Um, so that's when I started. Um, that's when I started doing my own, and then I had no idea.
Hmm.
It seems pretty simple. I had no idea what I'm gonna face ahead.
Hmm.
Uh, if in one sentence,
Uh-huh.
if I have to define the trading, I would say it's a simple but not easy.
Okay, cool. Simple, clever.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, in the in the beginning phase, I was when I started doing on my own,
Hmm.
because trading takes a lot of things. You got to have a good strategy. You have to have a good mindset, psychology. But you need to have a visionary mind, like with to bit of fundamental, technical, and all this. So in the beginning,
Hmm.
you have a whole heap of things going on at the same time, and it's hard to get masters in each of them.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I started with focusing on one point at a time,
Hmm.
and very first, I started focusing on the strategy.
Hmm.
So, so then once I had the good strategies, like I started to make money,
Hmm.
but I was keep losing. So I wasn't really consistent.
Hmm.
Then I realized that there's something wrong, something I'm missing in the puzzle. So then I came, then I realized that there's a very important element which is psychology is involved in it.
Very
That's
much.
how I started. Then I started reading a lot of books, a lot of material.
And if you if
That
you
was
if you
a
compare
turning point.
your
Yeah.
mental analysis or in psychology and your strategy, what
Yeah.
was harder? To develop your strategy or to develop your mindset in the disciplined
Uh,
and consistent
uh,
way? What is harder?
Definitely, it's a mindset.
Uh-huh.
Mindset could take years and years to develop. It could take maybe half of your life. you know, uh, that's the hardest part. Developing strategy is not that hard.
Mhm.
I That's what I believe. It's like this whole heaps of strategy that actually works. Because what happens is winning is easy in the trading. When you are in the winning phase, it's all smooth, it's all easy. But when you start to lose, when you have the losing phase, that's when the psychology plays a big part. And we all live in a society where we are taught to win only. Nobody teaches us to lose, how to lose.
Exactly.
And psychology, yeah, the psychology is if you learn to lose, if you are okay with your losses, that's where the game changes.
Risk should be your daily bread.
Yes, no, absolutely, yeah.
Nice. And what did you do before you become FTMO trader, and before 1 year when you started to trading?
Okay. Before I've done quite a few jobs. Done, but I wasn't really consistent with my jobs because I always I was keep changing my jobs because somewhere back in my mind, this is what I was looking for. Because mostly I was doing like casual jobs, and always I had something in my head like I got to find something else. And when I get into the trading, I just got fell with love into. I just straight away I got hooked onto it.
Okay.
Because this is since I started trading, I realized that this is what I was searching for. It's like, but I wasn't. Sometime your passion choose you. Either you choose your passion, but your passion choose you, but you were not ready. So in my situation, I was like that.
Okay.
Trading came into my life and I wasn't even ready. And before that, my main job, I've been driving trucks around Australia. Australia is quite a big country to drive truck. And sometimes I say my profession trading relates to truck driving as well, because when I was driving truck, I was gone for days and days. It's a very lonely profession. You're on your own in the truck for days. And similarly, as trading is also, you with your candlesticks all day.
It's a lonely ride, like in a truck. Really nice comparison.
Yeah.
Like, never heard of it. Trading is like driving the truck.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. It worked really well for me because I was doing at one point, I was doing about 5,000 miles every week. From one end to the other end. I used to go like 4 days on and then 3 days off.
Okay. And how did you develop the strategy? By trying and trying?
Strategy? Yes, definitely. I tried really hard. I learned really hard way because a lot of people, I was watching videos and over the YouTube, and they tell you to practice on the demo. And in my case, I started with the live account.
Okay.
And I was just keep trying and trying because I do not want to miss the emotional pain. You got to go through these emotional situations because this is the thing on the demo account. You don't feel
you don't
feel
the pain when you are losing.
Yes, absolutely. And you got to get familiar with the pain.
Yeah,
for sure.
But the pain is like what's in this business is like normal. Like it happens and it has to happen.
Exactly.
No one has win rate 100%. Like no one. It's up and downs, but in the long term you have to stay consistent, and in the long term you have to gain if you are prepared to have enough and sufficient mental analysis and the strategy. Correct?
Yes, no, definitely. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So can you show me how do you use MetaTrader 4 and how do you trade? How do you execute to trade?
Yeah, sure. All right. So Mainly my trading is based on price action and psychology.
Mm-hmm.
I do a bit of swing trading, but I mostly do the scalping. I like trade. I like to trade in a fast pace,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and yeah. But you'll be surprised when I do scalping in 1 hour or 4 hour time frame,
Mm-hmm.
just because it's a lot less noise in the chart. Smaller time frame has a more uh, the
Volatility
more
there
happening.
fast. Yes, more happening.
Yes, and it just creates a FOMO
Mm-hmm.
when
Mm-hmm.
I try to trade in a smaller time frame. It just creates FOMO, and you see the candles moving so fast, and you go like, oh. But 1 hour or 4 hour is pretty
So,
stable to trade. Yes,
so you are trading like you're like more day trader, right? Because you are holding
yes,
trade more
absolutely.
like
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4 hours.
Yes, that's it. Yep,
Yep.
not no more than
Because the
4 hours.
the scalpers are more like they like the fast volatility. They like
Yeah,
to catch some trade in like minutes or 1 hour
yes,
maximum.
yeah. I look some a lot of my trades are there for just for like 5, 10, 15 minutes. But when I place the trade, I don't check the 15-minute chart. I
Mm-hmm.
go straight into the 4 hour or 1 hour
Mm-hmm.
chart. That's where I try to pick the trade because
Mm-hmm.
15 minutes it's very short time to analyze the candles, the behavior of overall pattern.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty pretty simple. If I say, let's say along here, when the I just use the basic support and resistance. Um, let's say along here, if I say okay, the candles hasn't been doing the breakout,
Mm-hmm.
hasn't been going down from here. So I would just give it a I would just take a long here.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes, if it break out, I would just get out quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, uh, and most of the time when markets goes sideways, it's a lot easier to make money that way because uh, you don't lose much if it breaks out the spot. So
Mm-hmm.
you only lose few pips and then you're out of the. Uh, but you got to keep in mind, you got to be quick. Just just get comfortable with the loss and
Mm-hmm.
just get out
Yep.
quickly. Otherwise, you might be just you might end up having a big loss in the trade. Yeah.
And you solely focus on the gold.
Yes, I actually started when I started. I was mostly doing Euro USD, Pound Yen,
Mm-hmm.
CAD USD, but now I've been doing gold because I like the volatility. Gold's
Mm-hmm.
uh, always volatile, and yeah, I also do the Dow Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, these are the two markets I mainly focus on because um, I can't focus on many markets
Mm-hmm.
at one time. This is the best. Um, yeah,
And are you looking for some sentiments like bearish and bullish market where we are looking for some higher highs, higher lows, or low lows, lower highs?
more okay. So I I most mainly I don't follow the trend.
Uh-huh.
Uh, I, I just go for let's say I look for the market to react first. I see
Uh-huh.
and not try not to predict that what's going to happen today.
Uh-huh.
So when I sit and when I do the trading, I don't go like, oh, it's going to go up, like long today or short today. I go like it could go. anyway, so I'm prepared for both ways. So I try to get the market in both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, just as like small gains, small
Mm-hmm.
profits. I'm not after huge moves. Uh, I just go for like false breakouts or
Mm-hmm.
pullback, and I have when market creates FOMO, I get it. I
Mm-hmm.
get the market when they create the FOMO and people try to get into for short or
Mm-hmm.
long, and I just go some a lot of time I go opposite. I just sit opposite and it pulls back and try to create
Mm-hmm.
fear, and that's and then I just get out of
So,
the
so,
market.
so you are looking for some support and resistance levels, and therefore you're looking
Levels,
for
yes.
also the breakouts and fakeouts.
Take
And
out, yes, yes.
and okay, cool. And the second part of your strategy is the price action.
Price action, yes.
And can you tell
I
me
see.
something about it more? How do you use it?
Yeah, I try to I mostly when I trade I sit on my desktop and I just note down how the market's been behaving, how many pips it's been moving
Mm-hmm.
in like in 1 hour, in last 1 hour, and in 15 minutes, and at what speed it's at what volatility it's been moving, and all I sometime what happens is when the when you get to see okay a nice setup, okay it's a nice buy setup,
Mm-hmm.
a nice setup to go long.
Mm-hmm.
This is where a lot of people try to get into because everybody wanna to play it safe.
Mm-hmm.
They wanna make sure they wanna see the setup first before they get into the trade. But that's where I never enter
Mm-hmm.
into when it's a nice setup because when it's too safe to get into, that's where you lose it. So let's say on the other day when the market dropped quite a bit, and once it's a confirmed what happens is when a lot of times when it's confirmed short, a lot of people it creates the FOMO and everybody try to ride on the trend because that's the easiest and safest way people can make money, and so they everybody try to behave the same way, and that's where the market changes.
Mm-hmm.
So like on the this is what happened on the other day. So when you see a nice short setup and then the price moved back and it's become changed into reversal.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So you are
so
looking
yeah,
for the reversals in the price action?
I do the reversal, but only reversal when not So see, this is a thing like when the market has moved quite a bit, and then everybody's tried to go look for reversal.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I when it's a nice setup, nice short setup. So when I can see the setup, I don't get in
Mm-hmm.
because it's too safe, and everybody can see what I can see. Everybody can see,
Mm-hmm.
so everybody try to get in, and then that's where the market changes. And so either I get in before anyone else can see it, or I just go opposite. I
Mm-hmm.
just go because when the market creates the FOMO, everybody try to go the short or whichever side, and then the market uh, moves opposite. Even if it's moved a little bit, I still make the money, and I'm a scalper. I just I get this sniper entry and get out pretty
Yep.
quick, and especially in the gold, and also the fear when the market starts to drop. Let's say market is going into it's going nice long,
Mm-hmm.
and then it started to pull back, and they create the fear. They
Mm-hmm.
create the fear, and a lot of people because we are taught to get you got to just once when the market creates a fear, people try to take a small loss and
Mm-hmm.
get out. And a lot of people have this stop loss set up, and market, hit that stop loss,
Mm-hmm.
and this is this is where I try to catch up the
Mm-hmm.
trade. When the market creates a fear, I just go a little bit bold. I just
Mm-hmm.
go like, opposite. I just go, okay. If me feeling the fear, a lot of people must be feeling the fear as well. And then if people go opposite, or they cut their trades, and then the market moves back.
Mm-hmm.
So uh, yeah, a bit of psychology,
So you use your
play, and
psychology during your trading, but also you
yes,
focus on price action reversals, but
right.
not just them.
Reversal. Yeah,
Yep, yep, yep.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
I One thing I don't do, which
Uh-huh.
is trend. I never follow
Never trend.
trend. I
Okay.
know it. I might be wrong, but this is how I trade. Like, this is
If it
not
works for
trend. Is
you.
not my, yeah.
Okay. So you are using price action. So you never use some fundamentals?
I just not much. Like,
Uh-huh.
I do
Some
read
bank
some,
statements, from central
yes,
banks, and I don't
yes,
know. Tell me what.
a lot of just the basic, the events gonna happen, just the all this, this world. It's not easy to get into the world politics these days.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know, what they're gonna happen, and also a lot of time the news doesn't affect the market that quick. So sometimes when you do a lot of fundamental and the market doesn't go
Mm-hmm.
along that, so I just my concept is, uh, try not to have so much information.
Mm-hmm.
It confuses me. So for me, I just try to read or try to analyze only like quality stuff, only things I matter most to me, not to get confused. Which is why I'm not joined on any groups, or no
Mm-hmm.
Telegram, nothing. It's so much noise all around you.
Okay, cool. And what more do you use when you're trading? Is there something like you've been talking about mental analysis, or do you meditate, or do you prepare
Okay.
yourself somehow before a trading, or you wake up and immediately go for trading?
Okay. So this is for all the traders. This took me long to learn. Okay, the framework for being a trader, it's very fragile. Just, there's few things you got to do practice every day. I believe four things I can shortlist. Uh, One thing is meditation. Definitely, it helps. It clears out your mind. Uh, the second thing, what you eat,
Hmm.
because your decision making depend how you eat and what you eat.
Okay.
It totally changes the game. Trust me. Uh, and the third thing is exercising, or you can have a good walk, and or whichever way of exercising you like. Whatever, maybe dancing or
Hmm.
just yoga, or whichever way. And the fourth thing is reading books.
Hmm.
If these are the four things, if you follow them, that makes a really huge difference in the long run. You In the beginning you might not realize it, but down the track you
Hmm.
will realize that they does make a difference. I can tell you straight away. I did. I wasn't. I used to go like, this all this boring
Hmm.
stuff, but now I started to realize now they does make a difference. So meditation, eating right food, doing uh, uh, exercising, and reading books. If you
Nice.
do
Nice.
these four things, it'll definitely change your way of trading.
Inspiring schedule, Really good thoughts.
Yes,
Nice. I
yes.
like it. And so, okay, I believe that your strategy obviously works with your profit. So can you show me how do you use metrics in FTMO account, and how do you use, for example, the win rate and risk reward in your trading?
Yes, sure, sure.
All right, I like your curve. Like It seems that in the beginning you maybe had the fear of missing out,
Yes,
and
yes.
you had a losing streak there. But it seems that you sustained and you've been disciplined with your theory,
Yeah.
and then it's go up, 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 and what happens in the end? Tell me, because
Oh, yeah.
you were like you have like double profit there, I believe.
Yes, I had about $54,000 sitting there, and in the I lost uh, like nearly half of it in the last 3 days. This is the thing, that's why I say to all of my friends or to every trader listening to me,
Mm-hmm.
please do not ignore the psychology. It's the biggest element in trading. This is, that affects you big time. We do not realize until we get big losses.
Mm-hmm.
This is what happened. I was sitting on 54,000 profit, and in the last 3 days, I was like, okay, it's only a couple more days. I'm gonna get the payout.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to make more out of it. You know, uh, it just I wouldn't say that I was really greedy. I was trying to make the most out of it so that I can show it, like people that I made such a big profit. This is how
So a
we
little bit
all.
greedy, right?
Uh, I would say, uh, to be honestly, like I was already sitting on a really good money.
Mm-hmm. And you
I was
wanted
just trying
more.
to, I not the money wise, just on those on those days, you had a one interview, one guy, he made $100,000 in 1 month.
Uh-huh.
So I was like trying to, I wasn't trying to
You
beat
try
him.
to
I was
catch
trying to
him.
like, yeah, I did actually. I tried to. I said, maybe I can. I might be able to go closer to 100,000, maybe like 70s. Something like
Uh-huh.
that. And
Uh-huh.
so when I lost 10 grand in 1 day, this is that's where I messed it up.
Mm-hmm.
I should have stopped, but I started to go like, oh, now try to get that loss back. Try to revenge trade the next day, and my trading changed from, because I lost the like 10 grand on the other
Mm-hmm.
day, and then my next day I was trying to catch up this, and then I lost again, and then the third day
Uh-huh.
I was trying the same thing, and then
Uh-huh.
I lost it, and then that's it, and then I end up with this half of the profit, and this is the thing. So my uh, my strategy was the same,
Mm-hmm.
the psychology was different
And
in the
by
last
and
year.
by catching up, you mean overtrading?
Yes, I did. That's the revenge trading, over trading.
Mm-hmm.
That you know, and this is the thing. Uh, Discipline.
Mm-hmm.
If I would say one golden word, that is discipline. If Which is really hard to stick with. That's why everybody says, "Oh, stick with your plan, stick with your plan," because this is where where you lose
Hmm.
your mindset. And this is the thing. It's not just the money. You don't only lose the money. You lose the mindset. You lose your
Mm-hmm.
confidence because even if you've been making really good money, but if you start to lose money in 2 days, you started to doubt on yourself. Am I really a good trader or not? Or
Mm-hmm.
so you lose your confidence, your mindset, which is more important.
So what have you
So
learned from this,
uh,
downfall?
yeah.
That, for example, when you will have like on 200,000 account 25%, which is like
Yes.
50, then you will stop to trade, or something else.
Uh, what I've learned is I started to reading more books now. I actually I got
How not to overtrade.
not to overtrade. I'll show you a couple of them. That's one of them.
Okay,
That's
okay, okay, okay. Trading
trading
psychology.
psychology. Yeah, it's um, and then there's another one that's
Uh
from the
huh.
same guy. That's the daily trading course.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
They're both the good books. You got to keep this trading psychology. It tries to. because we all live the life of our habits.
Mm-hmm.
So you can be motivated. You cannot be motivated for years and years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can be motivated for a short time. This is what I've learned in the book. What they say is to do something for 20 years, you have to have a habit.
Mm-hmm.
To have the motivation for 20 years, it's not that easy. Let's say, when you wake up in the morning, you do not have to motivate yourself to brush your teeth. You do not have to motivate yourself for the breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
It's all in your habit. It's all in your daily, routine.
Mm-hmm.
So when you repeat something again and again, it becomes your habit.
Mm-hmm.
And when it becomes your habit, then it's in your subconscious mind, and
Mm-hmm.
you just follow it without even thinking. So and then this is how if you want to have a discipline, it just doesn't happen in one day. To create that discipline, you have to create the habit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
curious.
the
I'm just
yeah.
curious. So, to become disciplined for you, does reading those books make you better in discipline, or it is more
Uh,
about your work on yourself, about your
Uh, yes. What the books does, it makes you more aware of your emotions,
uh-huh.
because what happens is when you trade in the live market, you are a different person. Your emotions, all the chemical in your head, it's all happening at that time. But what happens is these books tells you in advance that, okay, you're gonna feel like this when the market's on, when you're gonna have lose,
Mm-hmm.
when you're gonna have a losing streak, you're gonna feel your emotions gonna react this way. So you know in advance, and when the market's on and you are trading, you have an idea, okay, what is going on in your head, because you already read, and you have, and they teach you, how what to do
Mm-hmm.
in that situation. So it's not it's not easy,
Mm-hmm.
but if if you really love trading, if it's your passion,
Mm-hmm.
you get there.
Mm-hmm.
You'll stick to it, and you'll get there.
And do you journal your trade?
I do definitely journaling. I started learning trading of the YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
but the profit when I become the profitable only because of the journal. This
Uh-huh.
is because it's like when you go to gym, you don't make body in the gym. Your
Mm-hmm.
body, you make your body when you are resting, when you are in eating,
Eating and
when you are
resting, right?
in resting. So similarly, you learn trading when
Mm-hmm.
you are not trading. Yeah,
Again,
absolutely. Because
interesting
when
thought, and it's really mindful.
yeah, yeah. So when you every night when you write your journal, that this is when you consider, this is when you realize what actually happened, because and then you write down, okay, this is what happened, why this happened,
Mm-hmm.
and what needs to be done to make it
Mm-hmm.
better for the next time. So when you do the journaling, this is where the game changes. This is where you actually learn the trading,
Mm-hmm.
not while you trade, because you could be practicing something wrong, and you can do this for years
Mm-hmm.
and all your life, and you never get it. But um, yeah, journaling the most important.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah,
Okay, okay. And do you backtest your strategy? And how do you use win rate and risk to reward?
okay. I To be honest, I I do the back testing, but when the market's on, I I a lot of time I change my stop loss
Mm-hmm.
or take profit. But
You
I
use
would
some
say,
dynamic risk management.
yeah, my because when I do the thing is when I scalp, I go for heavy lots, and if I with the heavy lots, your um, stop loss would be, like, wouldn't be much pips. But if I place my stop loss, sometimes market just moves quickly and
Mm-hmm.
hits your stop loss, and then and then it just comes back
Mm-hmm.
or go into your way. So so sometimes I use the stop loss a lot far away, but I do not wait the market to hit my stop loss. I just cut my trade.
Mm-hmm.
If I The thing is, before you get into the trade, try to, if you have a plan, let's say before you get into the trade, if you know where you're gonna cut your
Mm-hmm.
trade, and either side, like profit and loss, then then you don't feel the FOMO. You don't feel your emotions, spinning around, and so try to have an idea where you're gonna cut your trade, and either it's loss or profit.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, you are more stable and subtle during your trading.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for this.
From
And let's go for the last part. Shivka, where do you see
Yeah,
yourself in like 5 years period?
in 5 years.
Yep.
All right.
As a
Okay. Yeah.
professional trader.
Um, I would um, I would see myself managing the biggest capital with FTMO for sure.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, they are the one who gave me a start. Uh, so I would definitely stick with them for long. Yeah, if I would say, in next 5 years, I'll be still learning how to trade,
Mm-hmm.
because you never stop learning. You know, and I'll be doing full time trading. Trading is something. When I started, from the very first day, I could imagine myself on the last day of my life, I
Mm-hmm.
would still trade. This is how much I love trading. And uh, when I got into the trading, I would say the money wasn't really the goal. The goal was freedom, to
Mm-hmm.
have time for yourself. So you're not bounded with a certain country time, or with a person or company.
Mm-hmm.
On your own.
And you can
So
work
yeah,
from where you are, right?
yeah, that's it. Yeah, the freedom was the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is why I got into the trading. And yeah, and uh, how badly you want it.
Mm-hmm.
This is, I would say, if you want it so bad, uh, you'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I got into it.
And why did you choose FTMO?
Okay, that's interesting. So there's so many today prop firms. So first, I would say, before I was doing a live account with one of the broker in Sydney here in Australia. So the Australia recently stopped the leverage. It used to be like 1 to 500, but now it's only 1 to 20 with the gold, and 1 to 30 with, I think, Forex.
Mm-hmm.
So they almost stopped it. So I was looking for, because I do scalping with the heavy lots, so I definitely need leverage. So
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't afford a $200,000 on my own. So I was looking for these funding firms, and when I searched, and then the whole heaps of them comes up.
Mm-hmm.
And so, okay, now I come to the point why I chose the FTMO out of all of them. Uh, if I would say, uh, you know,
Uh-huh.
being in the market for that long, you cannot you cannot be in the market for that long without the integrity, and without you know without you you being you delivering the real value to the people.
Mm-hmm. And also the
So
trust in this business is
the
vital,
trust,
right?
absolutely, for sure. And so a lot of the firms, they have this fancy offers these days. Everybody's competing each other, like, oh, I'll give you 5% more, 10% more, this, that, so much noise. And when you go to FTMO platform, the minute you open up the website, you'll realize it.
Mm-hmm.
The most simplest and the effective website I've ever seen. There's no bullshit on the website. It's very, very clean and clear. No fancy offers on the website, nothing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first thing you would notice.
Mm-hmm.
And the second thing I would say, a lot of people, they compare FTMI with the new other firms with the money wise. They say, oh no, FTMO is selling this for $1,000, the other guy is selling for $700, the other selling for $500, and all that. I would say to them, look, if you are a profitable trader, if you are a good trader, you're gonna get that money back anyway. You're gonna get that refund. If you're just comparing with the challenge fee,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna get that money anyway. And if you are not a good trader, even if you pay less, you're gonna lose that.
Mm-hmm.
So the difference is not in the challenge fee. The difference you will realize the day you will have the funded account.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you right now. Once you have funded account with the FTMO, the experience is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a lot different. Trust me. And I'm not just saying it. I've been through other firms as well.
Mm-hmm.
I did experience a couple of other firms. I wouldn't say anything right
Mm-hmm.
now, but I'll say, you are a trader, right? And you shouldn't worry much about the money, the fee, the challenge fee, because if you have a good platform, the platform supports you, you're gonna make whole heaps of money. You see my account, like I made nearly 54,000. And you just only paid $540 or $1,000. It's just negligible, right?
Mm-hmm.
It took years and years to create this trust, and the FTMO came a long way. They came a long way. It's not that easy to create the funds and keep the people happy and everything.
Oh my! Thank you very much for those kind words. Like
no, it's my pleasure to represent FTMO. I'm not just saying just because I made the profit out of it. To be honest, because I had FTMO exploited me way out of a prop firm, and it's just not me. They supported a lot of traders I know, and I would say, even you wanna go for any firm, please, I would highly recommend just try FTMO. If you don't like it, you're not gonna lose much. Yeah? So, but you'll see the difference for sure.
Wow. All right. Thank you so much for those words.
And
also thank you so much for your inputs and your know-how and your skills in trading. And I'm sure that you can keep going in the long run with your strategy. And again, I really appreciate your time that you could find in your free time. And that you can share with us your story. And I also really thank you for your interesting inputs about that trading. It's like driving a truck, or the best learning trade, or how best to learn trade is by not trading. So interesting thoughts, and thank you again very much for it. And do you have any last words?
Okay, on the last word, I would say, when I was trading with the smaller capital, it's really hard to grow your account. And I would say go for a funded account because on the bigger capital, it's a lot easier to implement your strategies, and also when you are not liable for the losses, you are more confident to trade, and also when you trade for a prop firm, you are accountable to someone, and it changes your trading behavior as well. And for sure, if you're still not profitable, I would definitely recommend go for a trading firm, whichever you like. But if you ask me, I would say FTMO for sure. Trust me.
And that's FTMO.